Hello there everyone, CM Freeze, and welcome back to my free from Foolishness 2024 updated Mauer der Toten Easter egg guide. This Easter egg can be completed solo and co-op. In fact, there is only one step that is slightly different in solo and co-op. It's near the end, I will go over it when we get there, but it's basically the same except for that one step. For this Easter egg, you have to get the Wonder Weapon and the Cerberus, and by far the easiest way to do it is through the challenges. In my game here, I had 4 people playing, and 3 of us got the Cerberus on our very first gold challenge that we completed, and the one of us who didn't get a Wonder Weapon got a purple Pack-a-Punch gun. So for your gun, you just need a gun that's going to get you to round 10 to 15. Up until you get that gold challenge, it's not that big of a deal of what you bring. For your field upgrade, I highly recommend at least 1 or 2 of you have Ring of Fire. It is very, very strong in the boss fight. However, run whatever you like. If there's a field upgrade you're more comfortable with if you're playing solo, by all means, be my guest. Just Ring of Fire is incredibly helpful for the boss fight. If you have multiple people, I highly recommend at least 1 or 2 people run it. Before we actually get into the first step here of the Easter egg, there are 2 things that you will need to acquire for this Easter egg. The first one is the Cerberus, as I already went over. Just complete your challenges, get to gold. Odds are one of you is going to get a Cerberus incredibly fast. The second thing is you have to build Klaus and upgrade Klaus. Klaus is a Civil Protector reskin, but he's actually really cool and really fun on this map and a great addition. In order to build Klaus, there are 2 parts that you need. The first part is the battery, which you can acquire from defeating a Panzer. In my game here, I got the Panzer on round 10. And once you kill it, he drops a battery, pick that up, that is the first part. The second part is you have to collect hands. You can get these by putting on the Brain Rot alternative ammo type on one of your guns. The gun doesn't even need to be Pack-a-Punch, you just need Brain Rot on it. Once you have a weapon with the Brain Rot, take it over to Hotel Room 305 and turn a zombie with your Brain Rot. The turn zombie will then tear down these barriers, opening up a room where you can collect the hands. Once you have both the hands and the battery, go downstairs to where Klaus is located and craft Klaus. Once you have Klaus, the next step is to upgrade him. First, in order to upgrade Klaus, you need to collect a satellite dish, which can be found by digging up these dig piles to the right and left of Pack-a-Punch in the death strip. As you can see here, I got it on my first attempt. I've also had games where it was literally the very last pile. It is completely random, so just keep on digging piles until you get the satellite dish. And then bring the satellite dish and Klaus over to the garment factory. In this machine here, you want to hold X to place the satellite dish, and then once the dish is placed, Klaus needs to get kills in front of the satellite dish. It is around 50 kills that Klaus needs, but how you'll know is this TV in the top right of the machine is currently red. Once it turns green, that's how you know that Klaus is able to go inside of the machine and you are able to do a 1-minute lockdown step to protect Klaus. Now this actually can be pretty tough if you are not prepared for it, so make sure you are prepared for this lockdown. Have the Wonder Weapon, have Ring of Fire ready, protect Klaus at all costs, and once the full minute is up, you have now upgraded Klaus. Now that you know how to get the Wonder Weapon and how to build and upgrade Klaus, we can officially start with the full steps of the Easter egg. The technical first step is to turn on power and then activate Pack-a-Punch. Power in this game is very simple. There are 2 Tempests you have to kill. They will drop a fuse. Pick up the fuse, put them in the fuse box, turn on power. Pack-a-Punch is also very easy. You just have to hold X on the Pack-a-Punch machine. The disciple will spawn in a bunch of zombies, kill the disciples, kill the zombies, and Pack-a-Punch is good to go. The next step of the Easter egg actually requires both Klaus and the Wonder Weapon. That is why I told you about them right at the beginning of this video. You do not need the upgraded version of Klaus, the base version will do for this step. Bring Klaus over to this wall here and place him right in front of the wall, and he will punch a hole in it, revealing a metal door. The way to burn down this metal door is to get the Blazer mod on the Cerberus. If you get kills with the Cerberus, it will drop 3 different mods that will transform it into an entirely new gun. One of those mods is the Blazer mod. Shoot the Blazer mod at the door and melt it. Once you melt the door and go inside of Valentina's laboratory, it will activate a dog round, even though it's not dogs in this game, it's tormentors who are just zombies that run at you and explode. kill all the tormentors, and then next round is when you can start doing the stuff in Valentina's lab. The first step is you need to come over here and shoot this essence trap machine here on the left in the downstairs of your lab. After you shoot the machine, a essence trap will open up, which has 3 tempests inside of it. Also make sure you go here to this podium and pick up the 3 empty canisters here. Now you may have noticed there are 3 green containment boxes around the map where you have to put an empty canister in it, throw down the essence trap, which will release the tempests, and you have to kill the tempests next to the green container, which will suck in the tempests. Once you have sucked in the life energy of these 3 tempests, your container will then turn purple. You can now pick up the full container of the tempest life energy and place it on top of where you originally got the empty containers. Now, the green containers should be pretty easy to find. Just look for them while you are upgrading Klaus and getting your Cerberus, but here are the known spawn locations that I know of that have I seen in my games. There are the 3 that I got in my game, which the first spot is right outside of Valentina's lab. Then there is another location here in the train station, and then there is this location right outside of Jug. Also, other known locations is there is a location up inside of the hotels. There is a location right here at the bottom of the hotels, right underneath where you upgraded Klaus. There is also a location right next to the challenges. There is also a location right outside of Speed Cola as well. If you are not able to find it in one of these spots, just look around the map for the green box. They are not that difficult to find as they are always on the ground. You do have to do this for all 3 boxes. So pick up your essence trap, take it to the box, throw your essence trap down, kill the Tempest. You have to make sure that you kill the Tempest near the box. There has been a couple of times where I've killed the Tempest and it does not collect the life force of the Tempest. If that happens, no worries. Just go back, get another essence trap, and throw it on the box. You will also not be able to sprint while you are carrying the fully loaded container to the pedestal, and a ton of zombies will come after. It will get a little hectic, so if you would like, get someone to escort you or make sure that you have a pack-a-punched Cerberus to help you with this step. Once you have placed all 3 fully loaded containers back on the pedestal, you will now need Klaus to stop a train for you. In order to do this, you have to get the headgear and put it on Klaus, and I will show you how to get the headgear now. In order to get the headgear, you need a Cerberus, and you have to shoot 3 different items on the map which will drop the parts. The first item here is this metal pole here in spawn. Shoot it down and the item will drop. The second item is a clock in the train station right next to the perk machine. Just shoot this clock and pick up the item here. And the third item you have to shoot is a radio, which can be located a little past Juggernaut in the electronic store here. Now there are multiple radios that it could be. As you can see here, there is a radio here, a radio here, and then finally the radio that it was for me, the third and final one, which was right here. Once you get all 3 parts, go down to Klaus and construct the headgear and put him on him. Make sure that you are able to activate Klaus and then activate Klaus after putting the headgear on him. Come over here to this room and flip the switch. You will know you've successfully flipped the switch when the switch is on the right side. So make sure that the switch goes from left to right. And once the switch has been flipped to the right side, go place Klaus on the train tracks on the opposite side of Meal Kick. So once you flip the switch, go put Klaus on the train tracks that are on the opposite side of you. Once you do this, a train will spawn in and Klaus will stop it. Go inside the train and there are 2 items you need to pick up here, so make sure you do not miss them. There is the inversion warhead, which should be on the right side of the train here, and then on the left side, right next to a zombie, is a key card that you have to pick up. Once you pick up both these items, go to the room where you just put the headgear on Klaus and come over to this computer here. Just start spamming X on this computer, and then eventually you will spawn in a Megaton. Once you've spawned in the Megaton, he will spawn in here right next to Pack-a-Punch, and he will be accompanied by some mimics as well. Kill the mimics and kill the Megaton, and then he will drop this green toxic material that you have to pick up. Now, this is the step that is different from single player to co-op. Once you pick up the toxic material, you will start losing health, so you do have to be fast about this. Go over here to the right of challenges and craft your holding item for this material. You then have to take your newly crafted material over here to the zip line right next to the giant red sign that is also right next to Speed Cola. Now in single player, you have to repeat this process. Go down to the green toxic orb, collect it, build a containment field for it, and go to the corresponding side of this zip line and place the containment field there. Once both containment fields are placed, they will smash into each other and green nuclear energy will drop to the bottom. Pick this up and take it back to the pedestal in Valentina's labs where you previously placed the Tempest Life Force containers. In co-op, you and your partner can both craft a containment field at the same time, go to this zip line, and then hold X together, which will then cause them to smash at the same time. However, fair warning, there is a glitch in the game where in co-op, if one person crafts the containment device and leaves it there on the table, and then the other person goes and crafts the containment device while a containment device is already there, it's going to count as one, and you will only be able to pick up one containment device, and you will fail. I had this happen to me in a game of Mauer Toten before, where me and my buddies were playing it, and we crafted the containment device at the same time. Our game glitched out, we could only pick up one, and if you do not complete it in the time limit, the entire map blows up and you literally lose. So we lost the game because we both built the containment field at the same time. So do not do this. Have one person build it and pick it up, and then have the other person build it and pick it up in co-op. Do not build it at the same time or else you will lose the game. Now, after you have done this a first time, you have to do it a second time. However, once you do this step a second time, it will teleport you into the boss fight immediately. So make sure that you guys have items such as death machines, fully pack-a-punched guns, fully pack-a-punched wonder weapon, monkeys and Gersh devices are always incredibly helpful as well, and make sure that you are fully set up on armor. Get everything that you need for a boss fight because this is hands down the hardest boss fight in any of the 4 round-based maps. The other boss fights are jokes. This one is actually pretty difficult. Valentina has a lot of health and she deals a lot of damage, so make sure you are set up before you do this a second time. Once you are ready, come over to this computer here in the medical tent and hold X, and you will spawn in another megaton with more mimics. Repeat the same exact process. Kill the megaton, pick up the toxic material, go craft a containment field for it, smash them in together, pick up the nuclear energy, and take it down to the pedestal. Once you place it here in the pedestal, Valentina will come out and challenge you, and now the boss fight has begun. The boss fight itself is pretty simple. Like I said, Valentina just has a lot of health and she deals a lot of damage. Valentina is going to have a shield around her, and once you destroy her shield, you are able to do damage to her. Very simple. There are 5 stages to this boss fight, so once you get Valentina down a 1/5 of her health, she will teleport to a new area. Once she is teleported to a new area, you are actually able to traverse the map and go refill on armor, refill on ammo, so it's very friendly in that way. However, once someone actually steps into the area where Valentina is, it will then pull everyone into that area and you have to start the boss fight again. So make sure that everyone is completely ready before you go to the next area of the boss fight. Now, there are 2 things to look out for. 1, Valentina has a move where she will summon zombies in front of her. Make sure you kill all these zombies, because if you do not, for every zombie you do not kill, Valentina recovers a portion of her health. So as soon as you see all these zombies floating around her, make sure you instantly kill them so that Valentina cannot recover her health. Second, she has a one-shot move. So once you start to hear this noise and you see your screen start to shake and turn blue, that is Valentina launching her one-shot move. Make sure that you get behind cover so that you do not get hit by this, because like I said, it is an insta one-shot. Another thing to look out for is her main source of damage is she shoots these yellow crystals at you, and these absolutely melt your shield. So try to avoid these at all costs if you want to keep your armor, because these things just absolutely melt through them. Now, once you've gone through all 5 stages and you successfully kill Valentina, you are done. You get this cutscene, you get a calling card, and that's all. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please leave comments on how I can improve these Easter egg guides for you. I've been having a lot of fun. I will make sure that Forsaken also gets out before Black Ops 6. Some of you crazy guys out there really want an Outbreak Easter egg. If I get multiple comments, like 5 to 10 comments saying you want an Outbreak Easter egg guide, I will do it. But I need a couple of comments because I really don't want to play Outbreak. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. It means so much to me that you actually stuck through this. I love making these types of videos, and peace out.